Ify Lunau, you gave me one of the best experiences ever on Gran Turismo Sport. You are the greatest Dane. You are the Danish wonder. You are so fast. You gave me one of the best experiences. You drove so good on that track. Thank you. I do a bunch of races.
And then we pick the best one and edit stuff together and upload it to YouTube. That is the race of the week.
This past week, Sam wanted to get some GT Sport races in. He wanted to have a good time. He had a really good experiences. He had some penalties, some weird penalties. You know how GT Sport is. Weird penalties that they dock you for and all that. But the greatest part of this whole session was this race with Ify Lunau, who we actually did contact afterwards, and actually we talked back and forth and got a little bit of his story, and really cool. He's got an RF Miata and stuff like that. Very, very cool. So, and he had no idea you were 10, and he was saying even more respect when you're 10. But but you guys had a battle where you locked in, and it was fantastic. So let's start it. Let's take a look at it. So. Let's take a look. So here you qualified second.
See, look, Ify Lunau.
Yeah. Oh, I thought it was Illy. Yeah. So it's Ify. Yeah.
Ify Lunau.
Ify Lunau.
We think.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, so this was at Dragon Trail Seaside. You know, one of my favorite tracks.
That's right.
GR4 was the category.
That's right. Yeah, and you had put in a fair amount of time with qualifying, but you feel pretty comfortable with this track, you know.
Yes.
Now he had chosen the Viper. It's going to be real powerful in a straight line.
Yes.
But tricky in the corners. He was able to tame that, really well. And you had your the TT, and you're sporting here the Pokemon, the Pokemon livery. You got to catch them all.
Gotta hunt them all down.
That's
right. Really.
Now we're gonna go back and forth. There's some good audio on this where we're actually talking on the stream. You forgot to save the replay again, which I always tell you to. So we have to use this stream one. But there's some good audio on the stream, so we'll go back and forth and talk between both of them. But basically, this race boiled down to you just racing with him.
Yeah, because everybody else behind us were like, woo!
Yeah. I mean, they started off fairly close. They started off, half a second.
The start.
Right. But this was one of those rare situations where that you came into this turn and were able to clear this turn. And you can see like the time behind you is like they probably went in deep on that turn, and now they're losing time to you. So pretty much you guys just pulled away at this point, and you guys were racing on your own. And slowly, Sam, I think by the end you were like 2 seconds up from the person behind you or something. But immediately, one of the things I realized about this guy is that he had pretty much the same braking points as you, and was really.
He knew where all the tracks were.
Right.
Safety rating went up.
That's right. Yeah, every corner that you don't, I guess, crash into somebody gives you a safety rating, maybe a tiny smidge, and then when you touch someone the wrong way, it bumps you down. But he was taking that chicane really nicely. It's rare to find somebody else that you worked on that a lot with the Lewis Hamilton challenge. And he was taking that chicane really nicely. And this turn, which is really tricky, he did very, very well in the Viper. So here you're just kind of gauging things, and you're keeping. He's actually pulling away from you a little bit, but you're keeping a fairly safe distance and kind of getting a feel for the track and stuff like that. You're putting a lot of distance behind you. There's this like 1.2 seconds behind you. At that point. And
I maybe took that like a tiny bit faster.
Right.
Well, because he probably might have not done the Lewis Hamilton challenge. Yeah. But
now you come inside here. This is interesting on this turn. You come inside. You come inside.
Really close, but on the exit he kind of got away. Yeah. But since I was super close to him right here, I kind of got to like pull up. And this car is very like understeery, I'd say.
Yes.
Like very understeery.
And look, you were able to get the slipstream. Now let's I'm gonna
So he passes there, and I thought he was gonna go off then, so I just let him go by. But I didn't know he was that good by this time. So
yeah, he's got quite a blingish Viper there. Oh,
we were braking at like the exact same time.
Did you hit him?
No.
Okay, good.
Maybe like a tiny bit, but it wasn't enough to give me a penalty.
Yeah. Just watch his braking times. It seems pretty good, but just. Oh.
Never like.
Yeah, but see, look, he took the chicane really well, and this comes into play later on in the last lap, where that chicane is where he he puts a sweet move on you. But you're chasing him. You've got the slipstream. You know, it's tricky. Look, he's got his blinker on. Like, he was like, I think, we didn't even realize this at the time, but he put his blinker on there. I think, like, hey, you can go for your shot. Like, you know, because he wasn't going to protect down there. Like, he was basically saying, I'm not going to dive back in and block you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, which was really interesting. Like, I was surprised that he did that. And we didn't even pick up on that, actually. I didn't see that until I looked at the replay. But this one, right there, you bump into the wall. You hit the wall a little bit, which was you know, unfortunate. And then you drop back a little bit, but the slipstream is going to help you, especially right here. Oh, you took this turn really well. I remember this. Yeah, you caught up a little bit, took this turn well. Yeah, you gained a little bit of time on him. Now I think you might be on the edge of his slipstream here. Edge of his slipstream there, maybe getting just barely a little bit, right? But I mean, think about this. You went through all those corners. He's putting his blinker on, saying, you know, hey, it's safe to make that move and stuff like that. Like, who does that on Gran Turismo Sport? Like, this guy's awesome, you know?
Nobody does.
And we're saying the whole time, we're just like, this guy is so awesome. This is such a clean race. It's just so rare to find somebody that actually wants to race. And it's hard to find somebody that can find that sweet spot where you're racing hard and you're trying to make moves and stuff like that, but you're not hitting each other, you know? So you need people that are capable as well, you know, polite but also capable. But Sam usually gets them on this next turn. He usually gets them, like, he's got a really efficient line through there, and like
He's got a good line.
so they pull
too.
ahead right here, and then Sam just he's good. He's good.
He's got the same line I do, actually.
Yeah, that was good. That was good. You guys are like, you're 2 seconds behind away from the guy behind you, so. It's just you guys. Oh, watch it. Don't try to push it. Yeah. If you can't beat him cleanly, don't do it, you know?
Yeah.
So both of you were like, it was cool to see. It was cool to see you, like, having control and not pushing it when you shouldn't. And,
Yes.
and him recognize, he closed it down. Oh, you hit the wall there.
What the?
So something happened, I think, on that curb, and you bumped into the wall. So that puts you behind a little bit. So now Sam's got one more lap to catch up to this guy, and he's like, man, I got to take this turn nicely. Now look at this. This is great, man. Look at that. You tuck in right behind him. You tuck in right behind him, get that slipstream. You're riding that slipstream. Oh, yeah. He knows it's coming. Like, he kind of, look, see, he puts his blinker on again.
Yeah.
Who does that on Gran Turismo Sport? This guy's awesome. This guy's awesome.
So then watch. He slips in behind me.
Right, which is the normal thing. It's like he knows he's not on the straightaway, not going to catch up to you. It's like he could be risky or not, you know. So now it's a game of Sam trying to shut him down and Sam trying to hold his position, and now you get to swap roles, you know.
Yes.
On the outside, I think you can brake like whenever you normally would. He's going to come up the inside there, maybe a little bit. Ooh. He's over there.
I don't want you passing me.
This is great. Oh, there you go. But he's on the inside. He's on the inside. Yeah. That was a great pass he just made. That was a great pass.
Dang it, I'm not going to be able to.
He deserves it for that one. That was set up really, really well. Now, you came close. Oh, you had a little bit of a slide here. You came
But
close.
since the Viper has a lot more power than my car does, he kind of just stayed up there.
Right.
I was braking a little bit because I didn't want to, like, just completely slam into him, but...
Right. Well, yeah, of course.
I took this last one. I don't remember.
Pretty
how I took it.
efficiently, yeah. And I was like, you might get it. I was like, you might get it.
I had to take this turn good, but
he shows you I'm protecting on this turn. You know, he's like, I'm gonna protect that inside. So you're there and you're like, oh, it's too risky. You may have bumped him a little bit.
I did a little bit actually.
Yeah, but that's okay. That's all normal.
You said maybe you'll get him, but I was like, nah.
I was like, slipstream, out, you know, and you're there in the slipstream, and then you go off to the side, and then so close, like half a car length, half a car length.
0.1.
Yeah, that was really close.
So awesome.
That was
so awesome.
So good. I mean,
then after I'm gonna go text him some things.
Yeah, so I handed you the controller, because I was like, hey
Yeah.
man, you definitely wanna write him and just say how awesome that was. And actually, what's funny is before the race started, he was like, hey, let's have a clean race. He was just like putting out a message to everybody saying, let's have a good race this time. And
Yeah.
sure enough, the two of you did. I mean, that was fantastic. This is I think, like Genesis X Sphere, he was a gentleman. Genesis X Sphere was a gentleman.
What about that young whippersnapper, Genesis X Sphere? He was a gentleman.
If you haven't seen that, take a look at that. But,
Yes.
you know, I think this one, because of the back and forth that you were able to have, it was just the best one you've had. I think it was the best
Yes.
race you've had. Don't you think so?
One of them.
Yeah.
With Genesis X Sphere and him, those are like the two
Yeah.
most phenomenal ones
Yeah.
out of, every time I've done these.
This one was like racecraft wise. Look, the guy
Yeah.
gotta catch them all, the Pokemon. I love that you had that. Racecraft wise, I think this one was just way up there though. Like you were
Yes.
able to actually go back and forth, and it's just not normal.
Come
So there you are. You're
on.
like, you're calling him out. You're like, thanks for the clean race, and I think you put like almost had it or something.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
And
yeah. Now it was so cool because he added you on PlayStation, and then he actually was able to find the channel, and actually responded to the live stream. We were live
Yeah.
streaming this. We told him we were live streaming. We said we wanted to feature it in the race of the week. So, Lunau, you are the greatest Dane in the world.
yes.
And you can see it actually on his car. He's got the flag of Denmark and stuff like that. So awesome. So thank you, Iffy, and thank you everyone that was there on the live stream. Everybody was going crazy. That was fun.
Yeah.
That was awesome. That was good racing that day, Sam. You crushed it that day. You did really good. So really awesome. Look, if you don't think there can be good experiences in Gran Turismo Sport, this will prove you wrong. It was awesome. So thank you.
Yeah.
Let's hope that there'll be more days like that.